What's going on, everybody? You're watching King David's Kingdom. I am your host, the King David. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you do like the video. So today's topic for the day is, what will B. Simone do now that Nick Cannon's show Wildin' Out has officially been taken off of the air? So a few weeks back, comedian or actress, influencer, whatever you would like to call it, B. Simone made a statement, made some comments stating that she refuses to date a 9-to-5 guy, and she would prefer, I'm paraphrasing, that she would prefer to date an entrepreneur because that entrepreneur will understand her lifestyle. A guy that works a 9-to-5 won't understand her lifestyle, won't understand her being up 3 and 4 in the morning, and blah, 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 whatnot. Since, she made those comments, she had retracted her statement. Then after that, she was also exposed for copying someone else's content out of their book and inserting it into her book. So she got flack for that. She got backlash for that. Then she had got some more backlash right after that for saying that she wouldn't, or she called her friends, she don't call her friends transgender, or she calls her friends trannies or something like that. And she got backlash from the LGBT community. So then after that, she's been getting more backlash. And she was just recently on, I didn't watch it, she was on, what is it called, the 85 South show. She was sitting on the couch and did an interview with them. As of recently, they've been doing shows inside of the studio because, of course, with this global poison that's going on, they're not allowed to go from stage to stage all over the city and tour. So now they're doing up close and personal interviews from inside the studio. But I didn't watch it. But B. Simone, I'm watching a lot of her moves now, and it's starting to seem like, for me, I understand how a lot of women think. And what women try to do, they'll try to use you in order to get to another level. A lot of women, the average women aren't, that loyal. So they're going to try to, they're opportunists. And that's what B. Simone comes off to me as an opportunist. Even when she was talking about the baby, she did an interview with, I think, the guy Desi Banks. If you guys don't know who Desi Banks is, he's a comedian from Atlanta. But, she was talking and she was saying how she was like, didn't I tell you that what was going to happen? Or it seems like that moment was premeditated of what happened with the baby, and she got the attention that she was seeking. Even the comments that she was making, the statements that she was making, the backlash that she was getting, it all seems premeditated in my opinion. But I don't know, I think that she wanted to get some more attention so she could expand her brand, and she knows that controversy sells. Women are calculated. So but like I said, it's going to be pretty interesting to see where she goes from here. She was on her high horse, and she was, she came off as really uppity. And I just felt like, to me, a few weeks back, like way before the situation happened, she made that statement about the 9-to-5 guy. My sister was over here, and I just asked me and my sister to be having conversations, and I asked her how did she think B. Simone looked, and she just said, she's all right, she ain't, bad or nothing like that. She's okay, she's decent. So I was like, I thought that B. Simone was really pretty. I thought that she was, on a scale 1 through 10, I gave her like a 8, a 7.5, 8 or whatnot. So my sister was like, nah, she all right, she irritated me, and I was walking around like, baby boy, like I'm saying all that, like, so. Then she made those comments. My sister, we just listened to her music. It's crazy like how things happen. But that statement, she made those statements like I think like a few days later. So, or it wasn't before, I don't remember. But when she made the statement, and I kind of just view her differently for some reason after that. Like, I don't know what it was. And like I initially didn't even care. But I just kind of looked at her totally different after that situation for some reason. And it's like almost as if someone who comes off as a narcissist, or someone who is just act like they're better than somebody, and their attitude and the way they treat people, or they just come off as, because I seen she did a video, it was a guy, I forgot, I think his name Jeremiah Hudson, or Jeremy, I don't know what his name is, but he go around just hugging random people, and he called them, the celebrities different names, and he came up to B. Simone and try to hug her, and she was like laughing, what I'm saying, like, maybe that's just the image that she puts on, a persona that she puts on in front of the camera, because she seemed like a average person. Like, she seems like an everyday person. Like, she's humble, she's down to earth. And he went up to her. She was laughing. Like, she took it as a joke. More people got like, oh, back up. Like, Kevin Gates took it the wrong way. But she seemed like a down to earth person. But I've been, the comments and the statements that she made, sometimes when a person seems too uppity and better than somebody, it can make them look ugly. You see what I'm saying? So to me, she went from an instant 7.5, 8 to a 6 or 5.5. So God has this way of humbling people. I believe that, of course, she probably do her YouTube, but her actions and the type of moves, the moves that she been making, I've been seeing. And me, I view things totally different. So if somebody may fall off, or if somebody's not moving like they normally do, and I kind of pick up on these things and say, oh, okay, I see like red flags. I see what's going on. So I think that they knew, like she did that interview on what is it called, on the 85 South show, which she ain't did in a while. She did the video with Desi Banks, which she ain't done a video with Desi Banks in like probably like a month or two. And now I felt like she got some kind of word, or there was some kind of rumblings or rumors about that the show possibly could get canceled. So now she's trying to go back to what made her popular in the first place. You see what I'm saying? Now she's trying to go back. I'm not going to say being humbled in a sense, but now she's trying to revert to going back to the foundation and where it all started. Now that things are crumbling down. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. And people was like, oh, it's just her preference and this is her preference. Like, nobody has an issue with her preference, but to say, oh, I wouldn't date no 9 to 5 guy, it's like, why you just can't date, you got a specific type of person that you would rather date, or like, just say that. You don't have to say, oh, I wouldn't date no 9 to 5 guy. And, but, you can say whatever you want to say. But I felt as though you kind of exit out a lot of people. Me personally, I don't care if you got a 9 to 5. You could work at McDonald's. I've always been a person who, and I'm thankful for my parents, my 2 parents who've been together for almost 30 years. And I pray that they stay together until the day I leave this earth. But I'm happy they raised me to be humble and, to be thankful and appreciative, because, I treat everybody the same, whether you are a person that is someone who works at a diner, you could be a waitress, a waiter, you could be flipping burgers at McDonald's, whoever you are, I will show you the same type of respect that I will show a person who's a CEO at a company, and you don't know what love, how love is going to come to you. And you can't look down on people. And like I said, God has this way of humbling people, because who's to say that an entrepreneur would want to date B. Simone? You've been an entrepreneur for how long? Like 2, 3, 4 years, however long you've been an entrepreneur, and you still haven't landed one yet. So what does that say about you? And you can watch her videos that she does with Desi Banks, and you will see how controlling she can come off as. Like, she can seem very controlling. And a lot of men don't want no controlling women. A lot of CEOs, they want to date, they're either dating multiple women, they got options, or a lot of CEOs, they want a submissive woman. They want a woman that knows how to cook, that knows how to clean. That's not just ordering out. Someone that's not a narcissist, somebody who's not just thinking about themselves all day. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see where she go from here. I expect that, she's going to go back to doing her YouTube videos, but she's not going to be getting the same level of attention and the same level of spotlight that she was getting at first, because Wildin' Out is a show that's broadcasted to millions of people. So she's not going to be getting that same level of attention. So it's almost as if she's been humbled in a sense. So she's starting to go backwards. And I think that there are a lot of people who work 9 to 5 jobs. There's probably more people that work 9 to 5 jobs now who are entrepreneurs. So you kind of like, you kind of turned your back and, look down upon a wide audience who could support you. So why would you do that? It's like, why would you, exclude and